Dan.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good.
I've been looking for him.
Oh, well, come right in. We're in the middle of our performance evaluation.
Okay.
Yeah, well, of course, absolutely. And of course, Katie, you're welcome to come on in. We could probably use another witness. We're sitting here talking about his performance for the past year, and you know, of course, you know, we've gone over some of the good things. Bulbie, chime in if you disagree. But I think so far, I mean, we've talked about the fact that he does very well with sales logics, and he's very good with replying to emails. So I'm very happy with that part of his performance. His work with customers is a little bit mediocre, and no, I understand. No, I know what you're saying, but I know I brought you into that Northway meeting, and I know you weren't prepared. I surprised you, and I know that was not your fault. But you probably shouldn't have said what you said anyway, because I don't think he appreciated, he knows he has a big nose. You didn't have to say it to him, he is a customer. Anyway, so, but I did want to make sure that, he got himself a good performance evaluation. And of course I have what we affectionately call his evil twin here, also as a witness to this thing, because I'm about to talk to him about what he doesn't do so well.
Okay.
Unlike you, Kim, who does everything well.
Well, thank you, Dan.
And again, I think, I mentioned to you earlier in a conversation in preparation for this meeting with Bulbie that, he had some very good things, but he was not very good at getting lunch and getting my coffee in the morning and everything else.
Was he messing up your order?
Well, he just wasn't doing it, quite honestly. It was borderline insubordinate, and his flimsy excuse has to date been that he does not have legs. And I, quite frankly, I'm just not an excuse guy. I'm not about excuses.
Do you think that any of his performance deficiencies has anything to do with the fact you've been holding him hostage for the last couple weeks?
The term hostage really is kind of a harsh word. I mean, you could say I was babysitting him. You could say I was training him, on the job training. Legally speaking, yeah, I probably was holding him hostage.
Did you miss all the bulletin boards for his reward for his return?
Well, I saw them, but I just thought they were a joke. And what we do in this office is not a joke. We do serious stuff here. And quite honestly, I needed him to do the serious stuff. Now, yeah, I did see the bulletin boards, and quite honestly, I just ignored. I just thought you guys were just messing around. And I got work to do, and he has work to do, and he knows what he has to do. And are you going to trim up that mustache? Yeah, you need to trim that up a little bit. I don't know how professional that mustache is there, Bulbie. But anyway, we can. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Bulbie. I don't mean to offend you. But so anyway, so no, I really didn't. I didn't realize that he was really all that wanted. But
what do you think the future holds for Bulbie?
Well, we were just talking about that. He had asked about that, and I had mentioned, quite frankly, he certainly is qualified to do my job because, well, he's been doing my job now for the past 6 weeks. And most of the comments really that I've gotten from customers was, an improved performance. So certainly he could take my job. But then
and I'm sure he wouldn't criticize his assistant for not going and getting him lunch.
Well,
because I hear all he needs is a little bit of electricity to keep him rolling.
Well, that could be.
Or glowing, maybe I should say.
Well, that could be, and maybe that's a conversation you've had with him. He and I have not talked about that in any kind of official capacity. We've had some informal conversations, of course, about certain things like that. But yeah, he certainly can take my job. I think now he really has his eyes set on Alan's position, and I've warned him that he'd have to, tone down the quality of his work and not work so hard if he's going to hold that position. But anyway,
he has actually expressed to me that he'd like to be a consultant, possibly teach him black belt.
Oh, did he say that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Well, that could be. I mean, I think it's possible, but he, by his own admission, he does say he doesn't have, the legs and the arms thing, and I think it'd be hard to teach karate, black belt, or even green belt, without the arms and legs. I mean, how do you punch somebody? I mean, how do you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's more of a Zen thing. I guess maybe I kind of missed that. But yeah, I think we could probably.
Are we?
Yeah, should I just get back to the? I mean,
I think that you should get back to the performance evaluation. But thanks for your time, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And look, when the police show up, let them know that hostage, I think really, I'm not really sure that that's necessary, term that we need to use in this situation.
Yeah, that might be a decision left on his maker, Jim Athon's hands.
Well, that may, may very well be, but I'd rather not, go back to prison if we can avoid that. So, maybe this will help exonerate me. But anyway, it's not a problem. Could we send a copy of that to my parole officer, because I think that might help.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.